65 different coins made in the Walking Liberty half-dollar series. They made them at Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco. Now let's talk about San Francisco. The rarest San Francisco is actually the first year of issue, 1916. Now did you know that in 1916, the mint marks were on the obverse? And that's the only year, plus part of 1917, where they moved the mint marks to the reverse. But first year of issue, those mint marks are on the obverse, and I have that first year of issue, 1916 San Francisco for you. Wait till you see this one. And there she is, Beauty, 1916, first year of issue for the Walking Liberty half-dollar series. Considered the most beautiful regular issue coins ever released by the United States Mint. Now, does that design look familiar? It should. It was brought back in the year 1986 on the American Silver Eagle program because of that historic, beautiful design. It was brought out in the year 1916, and it replaced the Barber half-dollar series, and it was replaced by the Franklins. Now, this first year, Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco made the coins, and they put the obverse, the mint mark on the obverse. And at the time, in 1917, shortly after the first year of issue, the mint director was like, well, I don't like this. I don't like the way it looks. It actually, he said, it looked like there was a die error or an error on the coin, and that's why they moved it to the reverse, because he thought it just distracted from the beauty of the design on the obverse. Well, now we have a first year of issue. We have a mint mark on the obverse, but this one here, the 1916, is actually the lowest of year one to begin with. Let's start with that. They made 508,000 San Franciscos that year. They made 608,000 Philadelphias, and they made over 1 million Denvers. So first year of issue, it is the lowest minted mint of all three made that year. But it's actually, if you stack up all the San Franciscos throughout the entire Walking Liberty half-dollar series, it's actually the lowest of all of them. So it's number one in the entire series. Actually, it's very rare if you look at all of them. In all 65 coins, the only two coins that are rarer are the 21 Philadelphia and the 21 Denver, and those are very expensive coins. So this one here, $139.95. Our competition, we did some checking. They're about $300 for the same grade. Ours are gorgeous. They're hand-selected, quality circulated pieces, collector quality. Each one, of course, is encapsulated for protection and storage as well. You'll get a little display pouch as well. But folks, you're talking about a first-year coin with a mint mark on the obverse. They didn't move the mint mark to the reverse until halfway through the year 1917. And $139.95, almost $160 less than our closest competition. It is time to buy. Everybody always remembers first and last in a series. Everybody always remembers the lowest, the rarest. That's check, check. This is a first. It's the rarest of the year. Check again, 508,000 made. 1,014,400 made of Philadelphia, or Denver. 608,000 Philadelphia, so you have that rarest of the year. You also have the rarest period. The rarest San Francisco is this one right here, the 1916. Now, this one, if you recall the coin renaissance story, if not, I'm going to tell you it again. In the early years of this time, 1909 was the first coin issued for circulation. President Roosevelt said, you know what, we need to change our coin designs. We need to make everything more beautiful, like our country and the people that live in it. They started with St. Gaudens the year 1907. 1909, they changed the Lincoln cent, and that was the first one issued for circulation, followed by the Buffalo nickel, 1913. But in 1916, they brought out the big trio. They replaced the Barber series with the Mercury dime, the Standing Liberty quarter, and this one right here, Walking Liberty half-dollar. Adolph Weinman was the designer for the dime and the Walker. Herman McNeil was the design for the quarter. So we always talk about those as the trio, and it's the big coins of the coin renaissance where everything was redesigned. This series went all the way through 1947. It was replaced by the Franklin half-dollar series in 1948. So you have 65 different coins in the entire series, and this one stands out because of year one. It stands out because of the rarest of the year. course, with the mint mark on the obverse, because none of the other coins after the middle of 1917 have the mint mark on the obverse. They moved it to the reverse, and when you look at the reverse, the mint mark was kind of buried, kind of 7 o'clock on the reverse, and everything else was clean on the obverse. Kind of like if you follow the word half dollar up to the left, that's where the mint mark was buried. So this one's special, has a mint mark on the obverse. The only 2 rare coins in this whole entire series are the 21P and D, and they are very, very expensive coins. So join us, folks, 905-9381. The small allocation we have of these are not going to last long because they are a key in the series. So give us a ring or join us via the web. Website is avccoins.com. When you get there, you're going to want to enter that item number. On this one, I suggest processing that checkout, securing your order number, because once they are sold out, if you haven't received an order number, it's not allocated to you. It doesn't get allocated only if it's in a cart. You got to process that checkout. So don't miss this one, folks. Second to last coin in the coin renaissance with the Mercury and dime and the standing Liberty quarter is this one right here. Now don't forget, these are 90% silver, so these did get melted in the 80s rush as well. All of the coins, anything that was silver was turned to melt, because this is before all of the grading, of course, and you know, people just melted for cash. So you know what, folks, we're running low on these. I just realized the quantity and the time. Let's put that 30-second clock up. The largest coin in circulation at the time was this one here, because the peace dollar ended in 1935. And with the mint mark on the obverse, that was not moved to the reverse until 1917, we have a rarity here. Number 3 in the series, 1921, D and P are the only coins lower in mintage and rarer, and those are difficult to acquire at affordable prices nowadays. I will say that. $139.95 each, folks. Competition's $300. Join us.